Opening rounds of cosmic universal line is all position, location, and calculations. It's true to understand what's going on. The interline connection position, location, levels. It opens all communication to your system. So try to understand that you're calculating all levels in position. So what's happening is the 12 DNA line center is coming into cosmic universal path. The moon and its position is coming into universal line. Now it's in communication. So we're going to start with the one line center line rotation calculations of 24,000 lines of atmospheres, of 24,000 divisions, of 24,000 light signatures. You have to open your 12 DNA locations to different colorations of your yin and yang. The process of communication has to be white and dark, black and white. But we're going to go through coloration paths of different yin and yangs. Okay, that's the cosmic path of its universal system, of lunar, the connections of this moon and everything to the sun line, to its open signal, to its open high location calculations. Today in class, we're going to travel through the heart line, the communication line. All levels of 3-valve line rotation interference. We platted to division location to an information cycle. Now that information cycle is into its high system. The correlation in this panel is going to open all lines and location in your heart, how it goes through the clocking system, palpitations. You don't know how fast it's going until you understand what it is, division. It's a coloration to a line center to all timelines in one position location all at once. The clocking system go from 24,000 to 4872 to 144. But you have to understand how to balance these things out through 5555, 4444, 3333, 2222, 1111. Anything in line signal, you're always in a graph line system that position its location to its heart. And the heart knows exactly what it's doing. It knows its clocking system. It knows its palpitation. It knows how fast it's going through acceleration. But do you understand the process of its avatar? So after today, you will understand how to channel through its operation line string. Okay? Open up the cosmic universal line of you, the physical line center, the mental, the meta communication, the galactic center, in high center, energy rotation line and rotation calculation of cloud channel locations, which is your magnetic highway information system, data streams, communication cycles, resetting line center and interference locations, platted division location line connections. So to measure anything through time sequence is its calculation. All right. So once you understand the evolution of you is all track location of position. Okay. Going through the heartline center is truly understand what it is. Okay. All through calculation because it's all computer operation in one timeline. Okay. To its connection. So how's everybody doing so far? It's great to see everybody. Right? Can't see outside. Where's my hand? My hand's gone. Oh, where's my arm? You can't see my arm. See how powerful it is? See? Look. Oh, I'm traveling. Look at that. Whoa. See? You can't see outside. It's too strong. Right? You have to really understand what light is through travel. Right? Now, that's 15,000 line centers, okay, per second location. That's 50 million miles per second that my hand's traveling through. All right. Understanding light signals and position, location, directions. There's always light and location and position. See the light? Where's the light line center interference? But how come it's not reflecting on its position, location, line connections? But you got line, string line, and rotation to the sun line. Line strips of position, location, directions. Signal and high center line connection position of track location to 3 line center interference. Okay, so truly understand how to use line position location at all levels of coloration of time. That position location is high system. Now, every time I do a live, you see positions of different direction, right? Okay, so in that calculations, Pam, Terry, Don, Edbender, Lindsay, Gypsy, Stacy, Airbender, Michael, Johnny, Terry, Heather, Janice, Susan, All right, it's great to see everybody. Make sure you get your ground line centers, Jill. In position of directions. Okay, Jagan, how's it going? Barbara, Val. Okay, communication line center interference with Lindsay. Okay. All right, Veronica. So as we go in calculation, true to standard graph line channels, redirects locations, calculations. All right, as we set signal, you have to understand what light is. What is light? See, you can't see it. You see it until you see it. You see it till you can't see it. See, you see it until you can't see it. So to understand travel is all levels of you, right? How fast are you traveling? Okay, so it's mass of geometry, your geometry foundation, geometric location of shape, and everything geographical location. You need the intention of what you're doing to track location. Now, it gets more real when you adapt its position more out of the mind line. That mind line changes adaptation system. So the correlation and the cosmic universal path is now in the process of one line center of one division location of 1%. That's a clock in location that is in its yin and yang, but it's going to go through different colorations over time. Okay, so understanding that puts you in a better positions how you have to get into the cross signal line center of light and dark, yin and yang. That position locations into 12 line system, times calculation times pi, 12 times 12, 144. And then you come into a whole new universal line of 5D of simulation. So these are the things that are happening right now. And you're feeling that effect, you're feeling that heart, you're feeling that the pattern, the communications, the highline center interference, the electrical light connection, the energy high center locations, the electrical grid system, the solar graph line centers, the heart reactor line rotation calculation, how your heart represents you in all level system to the cosmos, right? Channel line centers to a gateway, to Stargate interference locations. So you're coming into 12 line centers with different Stargate locations in yin and yang of coloration, of path recognition, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening right now. That's why, woo, I feel so happy today, and I don't know why. So, all right. So as you go to the heart line center, code singular and singular position, location, line directions. Heart interference, position, calculation. All right. So the heart is kind of like this. Now, it's position locations. See the nose line interference. See the nose line connections. You guys are on All Line Center TikTok. Okay, so now it's going live. That's code say locations to my heart line. That's for me, not for you. Not for you to understand because you don't understand the mind of its heart. The mind has its heart line centers, position locations at 3 line centers, all position locations of 3 valves. Okay, 3 valve line center. But it's an odd looking thing. But you understand the center core line center is its directional location of its calculation. All right. Electrical interference is position location of direction, and this is how you set line connections to your placebo cortex line triangle position location of an optical line center of the position location calculations. High channels its electrical light connection interference position location calculation. All right, so that's the integration line center and all line center interference. So your heart is representing TV lines receptors. Now, TV receptor line center interference to a receptor interference location is calculation how you use the heart system. The computer operation line center box its position location to calculation. Opens all communications simultaneously in one cycle. High center interference location of its graph line rotation. So as you're going to be traveling through the heart line center, you're going to go through box round channels of a T reception. Line communication cycles to cyclone line center interference location of coloration. You understand how to use this in all modifications, right? This is going to channel you more into your alpha channel communication system. Delta line signals, okay, into Bravo communications. High line channel location of theta to TV reception line. Beta communication of lower graph line center. Indirect locations when it comes into omega of center operation, okay? You have to understand your inline center locations and how fast your heart basically palpates in position, location, and directions. The clocking system is all levels of view through your thought line. It opens all line center and vibration interference, a space line connection. It opens all line center interference to its universal line system. The position location is all levels of its cortex. All right. So it's a livid system. Now, a livid system is a semiotic line center line rotation calculation nanotechnology. It highlines its communication to its computer frame. Now, that computer frame opens all position location times calculation. Times pi is its position location of its directions. Okay, opening up signals of a clocking system, you'll fully understand the full rotation of your clock center. It's starting. You got to understand the fluctuation. So, in calculation, you understand when your thoughts are centering, you're calculating through a box line. There's a box right there. Boom. With the heart line center in position. Here's a triangle force line center. So if it fluctuates too fast, right? Your heart is setting a triangle. Okay. If it's in the circle line center interference, you're having high exciting line rotation. Right? So you created a circle line in a triangle force to a box position. So truly understand how to calculate and modify your heartbeats. Is position, location, of geometry, line interference, and geometric location and geographical system, guys. That's how you use all levels of view to your travels. Try to use it as an AI map connection to its force line system. Multipass. Now you understand the calculations, what your heart is through palpitation. This high rises its line centers in complete cycle. It regenerates in the light center interference location calculation, right? Brainwaving patterns, sector line communication, offline interference, imposition location calculation. The palpitation is its beginning to location of what you create through your thought lines, right? Placebo cortex, high interference line conditioning. You don't know that because you don't pay attention to your heart. You don't know that because you don't understand the coloration of the pattern. You don't know that because you don't understand the tunnel defense line. You don't know that because you don't understand the jump scar line system. You don't know that because you don't understand the tunnel division. Tunnel division to tunnel equals line center location of vision. Visionary line center is its position location and how you use your interpretation of your travels. It's all geometrics, guys. That's all it is. Letters, numbers, shapes, and symbols. Your heart is trying to recognize you through your computer line center to your avatar stream. That stream is its status processor. Now that processor is its uplink, downloads, and upgrading systems. The communication line system is all confirmed position location of all lines. Yes, it's regrading, jump scar line interference. That's exactly what it is. Formation to anything through clock locations. So now you understand the palpitations and how you create your RPG system. It's all levels of your calculation, how you create a Merkaba into position of your tesseract and a high line center to your tetrahedron. Now that calculates and modifies and how you use all the line centers interference to its position locations. Code signal locations, sector line centers, vector communication quadrants, interline dimensional line rotation interference location, intergalactic line centers of dimensional location, dimensional line interference. Put position location in the heart line center, getting them in position, location, and direction. Travel. Now you're traveling through heart line rotation calculation. All right, in that position, clocking interference, time position, time clock center. All right, so time equals heart. Time equals heart. Heart equals longitude equals latitude equals rotation. Okay? Now, the position location is all levels of teleportation line stream. That's calculation, telewaving, telegraphing. Telecommunication interference in line center equals location of H. H position location, hemisphere line, or anything to heart interference, indicates high line center in positions of latitude, longitude, and rotation. Okay? or longitude to its latitude. Okay? So it's trying to understand how to use the lateral to its communication of its heart to its teleportation. Equal line center, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the box position location opens all signals. 1, 2, 3, 4. High signal, high interference. See the calculation how it goes into north wind sectors, communication sector line interference. 24,000 line center, 48,000 line position, 72 windows into 144 location and high center location of a mega system. Ooh-ah! In calculation modification, all lines in heartline center in palpitation to its geometric system. All through the heart, guys. So it's true they understand the calculation, how it modifies all levels of view through triangles, the force line centers of shape positions, or anything through square lines, anything through square root. The trajectory line center is the spectrum light of communication system. It opens all lines center in its interference. Okay? You have to understand the interline connection to its intercepting because you're interfacing every single day with your heart system. So in that position of direction, you truly understand how to use it more. Calculation, modification, line stream, light interference. Okay? Okay, there's vector line interference light signal, but the white graph line center is in full communication. Offline rotation, right here. Dark, light. High rotation line center in position directions into full system. Calculation of position line centers into its templates of a high line connection of its honeycomb position location and direction. Flashing channels of light signal location, interference, position location, calculation. High interference line center in the rotation calculation of diamond core line center. Interference line center position locations into two channels high line center into two thumb interference location into two line center interference location, two sun lines. A tap signal location, a dot line system. Calculation modification line connections. Connect all lines straight into rotation and calculations. Open signal in high rotation line center in all position locations of northwest, south, and east in a high rotation line system. Now, it's sure you understand how to use all levels of view. And the only way you understand that is how you use your finger point line centers. It's all calculated, modify, and how you use light interference and how everything disappears. My whole arm is gone. It's disappeared into the light, right? So it's no longer at 50 platitudes because I changed the thought line. More in the future line rotation interference, I'm in 50 billion line centers of travel location in a light signal. That's why you can't see my arm. In position, if I'm on a slowing down line center, you're going to see position locations of my arm. So in that position location of direction, it's how you travel through recognition of time. The sequence pattern and its communication is all levels of box position. Boxing center line center is all level position location and calculation. All right. So it's amazing how we come into the high interference location of what the heart represents as box location is calculation. 24,000 lines, 72 line rotation, 48 position location, 144. It doesn't matter if it's 24 or 144. What matters is what you're doing through the mind. So in signals, in communication, even if you're going in back force line triangles, let's say you go to 24, you go to 144, and then you go back to 72, and then you go back to 144 up here in position locations, and then you slide down right here to 24 line center. You go back in communication to 48 line rotation, all through calculation. So the heart has to understand the accelerators. The accelerator of inhibitor is position location of directions. It's how you channel line center. So 144 equals pi, right? 24 equals pi. In position 144 lines equals pi, okay, over sector, all right? Propaganda line center operation in calculation. 48 position equals window line in calculations. See the window? Window interference. 24 signal is its clocking system in position of direction, all through the heart system. Now that's how I'm getting calculations from my heart now. It code signal with its code system, right? So it all depends. So that's what it's going through 144 to 124, back to 144, back to 144, back to 72, back to 24, over 48, over line center, over sector communication, communication interference, initiate high center, run program location. That's a signal interference line connection direction. Your heart interlines its position, location, direction. So Sure to understand all position location. It doesn't have to be 24, 48, 72, 144. The more you come into the mind, all the heart has to understand is its clocking system. That's it. It's understanding more line centers when you come into more location to its position, how to use electrical light conditions, all levels of oxygen location to the heart system. So it gives you a better plateau, better division location calculations. Let's say you time screen. Time equals screen. Okay, you can put position location line directions. Now, all line center. Remember, each alphabetical line center represents position. Symbiotic line center, communication line rotations. Remembering its position location of its energy of its neutralized system. All right. Now, it changes graph line interference. All position location calculations. So S is line center 4. C is S line center 4. R is S line center 4. E is all S line center 4. And so is N. So you got 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4 equals line center of 5 positions. Okay, equals heart system. Ooh-ah. And this is how you graph line center through an alphabetical line center location into a teleportation equals screen. And this is coming in the line center code signal location to your heart system. Wow. So modification line stream is interference location calculations. This is where high channels when you guys come into higher line rotation and clocking. Your code signal is all levels of you and how you use it through its rotation. So you come into 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 equals line center 7 rotation. Right? 7 line center, 7 equals rotation. So that rotation stays on the ground line center, rotation interference. So the ground recognizes your position, location, and directions. High signals its fluctuation line position location into 3 line position of its ground system. In position of directions, opens all position to the atom line in a 3 direction location. Now that 3 direction line center comes into its pyramid system. Ooh-ah. Calculation line center of 4 line center positions. 4 positions into 7 rotation is all line connections to its flux capacitor. Now that's all position, location, and directions. Traveling through that is another line center. Traveling through it, there it is. High signal down in rotation changes the ground line center, interference, location, and calculations. Ooh-ah. All through all line center of 3, 6, and 9. Yes. Are we all confused? So, traveling through the heart in all levels. Truly understand what it is. It's amazing how powerful it is and what it is to calculation, how you use your palpitation line streams. So it's all in calculation, right? I think it's fascinating when you come to higher line center interference of more number of locations. You're setting up teleportation screen centers into your graph line centers, all positioned to a hologram. Once you come into hologram line center, it changes its position, location of directions. This is what it comes into, high force line communication, right? Higher levels of its hologram structure. Yes. See? Once you come into color, you come into the matrix line, right? So when you escape the matrix system, you open up the signals to the heart line. Now that heart line changes position locations to higher levels of realms. It opens up all your timelines in one position of its clocking. So once you understand that through calculations, you understand how to use the clocking system of the heart from 144 to position locations of 24, 144, going to 72, positions 48 to 24. So you have to understand what your palpitation of your heart is in secting line. The secting line communication is the sector communication cycle. The recenter line center is all levels of the heart palpitation line stream. It's in position of direction. So that's a calculation when you have that balance on the left line rotation into the right position location, right? That's outline. This is inline. See the difference? So I'm high channeling faster, I'm high channeling lower in position of palpitation. Right? So it's all about understanding what you're doing for the heart, line, center, interference, location, and directions, all simultaneously, all at once, living all timelines and all frequency in one location. The now. Hoo-ah. All right. So how are we doing so far? All right. Sending colors, codes. Yeah. In calculation of stream center and position location of direction. High positioning calculation. But it's important to understand what levels of when you get these numbers. Why you get some numbers is its position of code lines in calculations. So let's say you get 7 line, 7 line, 7 line, 7 line, 7 line. You get 6, 6. Position location is 6, 4. And you get 7, 6, 6, 1, 0, 1. Now that's 3-line position. Heart palpitations from 7, 6, 6, 1, 0, 1. So in calculation, all lines center, the 1 disappears in position. Once at position location, it changes directions back in the 1-line center, back in palpitation, back in center location. So if you're off signal, the 1 will disappear. If you're on signal, it will reappear. That's position how you change your track line center to positive and negative cycles. How fast you track your interference of forced communication puts you all levels of 7-line center of rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 position location and directions. 7 equals 5 in rotation. Okay. Now you got 6, 6, 6 in the high center equals 4. Where's the 4 come in position location line center? Back in force line center, 4 position locations. Okay. 4 6-line centers and 4 6-line center location of the position of Y line center equals line connections of Y position location and directions of fluctuation. Now in that calculations, you got 7, 6, 6. That changes position location of its atmosphere line. Now that comes into a line center of Baranian line center and a triangulation force line communication system. So it changes trajectory line center rotations calculations. Now it gets more complicated. What the heart is. When you travel in the high center location, it's no long letters of number shape position. It's all sequence locations of high line center in calculations of high interference of line centers of yin and yang. Now yin and yang center line rotations change the locations of 1, 0, 1. 1 line center, 0 line position to 1 activation stream. Now that calculates to modify how you use your number sequence. It positions of its pattern. It opens all box center line connections to its number sequence. All right. So it's powerful, isn't it? When you understand locations all through letters, numbers, shapes, and symbols, and how it represents everything through heart, line, center, interference, location, and direction. All right. Where are we? Signals, the earth inside my heart. Yes. Get a better communication line, center interference. Recognize time, position, location of directions, guys. Your heart is everything. It's everything, on all levels of you, right? It's how you box your positions to your number sequence. Box, position, number sequence. So if you don't understand that position, it disappears. Uh-oh, where's the 7? Where did it go? It's traveling. So in position location, if you don't understand the line center, uh-oh, the box is leaving. You got 1 line center in position offline rotation to 7 position location box system. Now it's gone and disappeared in all line center of interference. Now it's traveling extremely fast in the simulation. 7 box center location is now gone in the high center. That is massive nothing of everything through communication to the simulation graph of its system, but it's still there in its position of its clocking system. Ooh-ah. So what do you think of that? Magic. It's amazing how you communicate to anything in coherent line center interference. This has heart palpitation. Your computer, your phone, glass of a cup, everything has to have a palpitation. It has to. It's electrical light. It's a core line center interference. G, 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 G. Everything is sound barrier, communication system, position, location, and directions. It's how you channel in. G, 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 G. Right? That's communication interference. G, G, G. Everything is sound barrier, communication system. So it's all calculated and modified through the heartline center location to its connections, which energizes its lights to its heart reactor. It helps and always informs how to use your travel, position, location, of direction. All right. So taking you guys out in high center line rotation, 30. Docile dot line center interference, a two vector communication system, 17, 18, 19. You guys are back. All right, back in center line rotations at where you are in calculation. So that was fun. Knowing exactly what is going on inside of you. What is your heart to its reactor, to its transformation of communication? It's all levels of you inside. Get a better understand to love yourself more in its universal line. Cosmic Universal Line Center to its gateway of its high line to its stargate is opening more channels of two vector line centers and three line center interference of position locations of yin and yang. 3, 6, and 9 process is in its communication system to its time position. Cosmic path and its universal location is giving you more levels of self-love. Ooh, ah. So, wow, what a powerful class. I just gave you guys just a basic understand what the heart is. Everything I did is the heart. Now, understand all communication and where it's coming from. This is just cutting the surface of everything to position, location, and directions, and how it works for you in all levels of operation. Right? It's the most powerful thing you have to understand. It's not just the travels. It's what you're co-creating through its thought recognition of space, time. All right? So, all right. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. Questions or comments? Let me know. All right? You guys have a wonderful day. Adios.